Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Plug. We got those dragon replays for you guys, and I'm playing a mix between aggro and ramp. And you guys, the gameplay really showcases, I think, the benefit of splitting the deck up this way and not leaning too hard one way or the other. So up against a Haven player. It's higher RP than me, pretty significantly. So. And against Haven, they put up a lot of wards, so I'm definitely getting rid of everything there. But we got aggro and we have ramp, so you'll be able to see how we use a combination to be able to keep up pressure, but also make sure we're not overwhelmed by the amount of wards that they can put up. You know, so you just play Feline here, any mine use. Now, and then I sign. So here, I decided to just hit face for 2. He can heal it back pretty easy. Or here, he could have dose of healing and killed Feline, and then mine you would be 3, and he could hit me for 3, which wouldn't have been great. But, and also I think here I have to trade into the mine you anyway. I should have just killed the mine you, and then there would be nothing on the field right now. But small misplay. And then here we have way too many 7s. I don't think that I'm gonna have to burnite all the wards away, especially with my hand size going smaller and smaller from the fan. I didn't want to get rid of Olivia, so, and I might have to heal against them and grind against them, so I don't want to get rid of Neptune either, because she can heal you. And also, whenever you get out the Odahime, it's a Marine card, so whenever you play them, you also get a heal if you have the crest for Neptune. But we did something pretty cool there with Odin. We got rid of the Storm Amulet and then hit face, but then he just trades back with us. And here, another minor misplay. I should have Garyu'd just in case next turn he wants to play point into Jean. Garyu would have cleared everything here and hit him for 4. And then I could have Odin'd away the Jean if that's what he did next turn. And it would have been a lot safer, but he didn't do that. And no matter what he does, I mean, you guys could let me know. I don't think he can lethal me. It'll always end up being on 1. Even if he play pointed John and Super Evo the Tiger, it would have been mine to face. So, and he didn't put up any wards, so we had exact lethal. Even through the heal from Olivia and Darkhaven. So, good game. It could have been better. I'll admit. So next we have another dragon gameplay. This guy is playing ramp, I think, and I'll show you the benefit, of having aggro plus ramp in your deck. It makes you really versatile where you can just lean one way or the other, as opposed to always having to go either aggro or always having to rely on getting to a late game ramp. You'll see in this gameplay. So we get the fan. Speed this up a little bit. He goes Mega Yorka, then we Feline. He gets to draw, trades, and we're going face. I don't think I'm gonna need to heal this game. I'm just gonna try and beat him as fast as possible so we get rid of Neptune. He ramps, so here I decided to go Merman because the only card that he's gonna get next turn that would do anything really is Calamity, and then he still didn't play anything, so I'll still be able to put up some form of pressure next turn that he'd have to answer with a Burnite, best case scenario, on 7. So, or, he could play his own Merman here, which would leave either a Mega Yorka or the Merman alive. So, even if he evos it. So, and more than likely, he has Lu Fang, and playing Lu Fang and evoing it does nothing here. So it's going to be difficult for him to clear the board effectively without Calamity, or I think there's a card, I don't know if it's 6 cost, I'll have to check, that reduces the cost of the cards in your hand, and it deals damage to everything on board. I haven't looked into that card, but he could also have played that. So, but not a lot of people are playing that, so I risked it, and I decided to go Merman, and then Evo the Bodyguard and hit face. But he has Apollo, which, you know, this is the one time that card's really going to come in handy like that. I haven't seen too many Dragon players playing Apollo, but maybe it's the new wave, I don't know, because it did pretty good there. So he's on 9, and, you know, next turn is... he has to clear the whole board again. He would play Burnite, but then I'd just be able to Odin and beat over, and then I still have Olivia, I still have Burnite if it's crazy and I can't clear it. So no matter what, I think that game was over, just because of how much pressure I could put up faster than he could ramp into the cards that he needed. So that's why I think having that versatility is just better. And then against Rune, they're going to try and get to their endgame and make sure that you can't hurt them too badly. And I think Rune does a lot better job at that than Dragon does. So, or Ramp Dragon does. So, here I'm just going to try and match him. I don't have any fans. I could have played Feline. I was thinking he had Stormy Blast, so I didn't want to waste it just in case I Dragon Sign and then I don't have any playable card next turn, because I don't. Well, I had Merman, right? So that was a misplay on my end. Plus, it would have been a benefit to get the Stormy Blast out now. That way it would have been harder for him to deal with Forte. So when you guys play, just if you want to use this deck, keep that in mind. So we get the fan out, and now, you know, I ramped fast enough that I'm not even worried about the 2-2. I can clear that easily. I'm just hitting face. You know, we're gonna try and get this game over with. He'll Anagrea, but Anagrea doesn't clear it. So, and here's the Stormy Blast, and it was +6. So Miranda probably boosted it. So, you know, I could have maybe baited that out earlier if I played the Feline. Who knows? But here we just clear, you know, we get rid of everything. But the benefit of having the ramp plus aggro is that I can put in this extra 2 damage ward on top of being able to play these high cost cards. Or, you know, Merman's 5, but you get what I mean. So he just hits, doesn't do anything. And here we just Forte and Fan. So even if he Kuons next turn and puts up a ward, it won't matter, because I can Super Evo it and beat over it, and it'll end. So no matter what, he had to put up a ward and heal significantly. He had to heal past 5, because I could have Olivia beat over the ward and then fanned and then Super Evo'd Olivia and the bodyguard, and it would have been over. But here, you know, we had tons of ways to end. We just had to flex on him with the Burnite. This should be a challenge, in my opinion, you know, but got that flex win on Runecraft, always feels good. And then finally, we have another Haven replay. And I think this one is better than the first one. Definitely gameplay-wise, a lot less mistakes. But you'll see the value of being able to have options again. And Haven is a really good deck to showcase that, because of the wards and the healing that they can do every single turn. It's hard for face to do anything about it. Plus, it's hard for ramp, you know, if you're not going to outpace them really early. But you can see here, yeah, I have 3 dragon signs, so that's not really an issue for me in this game. So we're just going to ramp as fast as we can, and then end the game as fast as we can. So in which, you know, ramp and aggro are trying to get the same result, ending the game as fast as possible. But and I said it, well, how many times have I said it in this video? Like 30. The versatility is really just the value. So, and then here I wanted the ramp from Lu Fang, plus being able to clear something on board. Using an Evo and not dealing damage face with that Evo isn't great, but you have storm options in this deck pretty consistently, so it's not terrible. So he doses, and you can see all the heal. You know, even if I hit for 4, he would have healed a couple. So, yep, and then he left the 4-1, so we're gonna hit for a casual 13 damage. And he Odins. And, you know, here he had to heal. He didn't have to put up a ward, but he had to clear the board and heal. So, you know, he could only do one of those things, and because I have double fan, it is exact lethal. So, those are the replays, and I'll, you know, get into the deck list and be able to showcase more effectively, like with the cards and comparing some stuff. Okay, so here's the deck. We're playing Fan Feline. You know, we got the elements of ramp. We got the face cards here, you know, just in case. Garyu does a little bit of both. Olivia can get value with the draw, heal, and then being able to Evo any of the bodyguards from Odahime or whatever survives, you know, that they can't clear because you ramp too fast for them or whatever. The Merman, sometimes Mega Yorkas survive from Merman or Neptune. So, Olivia can get value there, and then obviously Odin. You know, face card, it gets rid of anything, as you saw. I could get rid of amulets, which was big. If I didn't get rid of that Haven's amulet in the first game, he would have had that Storm option, which I probably would have lost. So, and then Burnite, it's clear. It's easy clear. If you don't have Burnite, you can play Calamities and things like that. Divine. They're options, they're not greater, you know, best options, but and then Garyu, he's solid. He's all around really good. You can deal 5 on your turn with him. You can clear some stuff, and it you know, go a little wide. So he's valuable. He's valuable. But this is the deck. Here's the QR code. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to just check out my previous videos. I'll be making some more Shadowverse content in the future. So just stay tuned. Appreciate y'all.